you doing today?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm also doing good. Anything special about your day today?
Yeah, not any special. Actually, today it was very bad day because it
Like,
was foggy all over the area.
uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
where do
that's
you
the
live?
reason. Actually, I live in West Bengal.
Okay. So it
Yeah,
was very cold or what?
yeah, very cold. There is around 7 degrees centigrade, like this.
Uh-huh. 7 degrees. That's quite cold. I mean, I'm also in Delhi
Yeah,
currently, so here also it's the same thing. It's quite, I would say, it's quite cold, and as well as there's no visibility. So,
yeah, yeah, the same actually.
yeah. So that's the thing. But anyhow, apart from that, how are you doing today? Like, what was your day
Yeah,
like? Anything special that happened, or in usual, what do you do in your day?
yeah. So, well, actually, let me start with my introduction. Actually, my name is Saurabh Pal, and I am
Uh-huh.
from West Bengal actually, and I have done my graduation in geography. And
Okay.
these days, just like I'm just pursuing for getting a job like bank exam and some other exam as well. Also
Uh-huh.
looking for job. This is going on. And as for
Okay.
today, I told you that it was monotonous, and during days just I have to study and study. That's the thing. Anything, there is no anything special in my life, and that's all, man. So could you please
You were
explain?
studying all day.
Give, no, no, actually,
Oh,
sometimes,
yeah.
but
I was like, I thought
yes. So what
you're
about
studying
you,
all
man?
day. It's too cold to study, no?
Yeah,
So that's
ma'am.
another thing.
Yeah,
All
could
right.
you please give me a introduction, ma'am, please? Yeah,
About
let
myself,
me
all
know.
right. What would you like to
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You can
Yeah,
just
so
ask me. What
please
would you
give
like
me.
to know?
I would like to
Anything?
know what do you
Mm-hmm.
do? What's your qualification and what are you doing these days apart from
All
English
right.
theory? Yes,
All
so
right.
that's
Okay. That way. All right. Okay. So currently, I'm a psychology student. I'm doing my master's in it. I'm almost about to finish it. Apart from that, English is something I started as a hobby, but I've developed a lot of interest in it. So I continue to work on platforms like English Harry. Um, and apart from that, nothing really. Not much because these days I'm very, I would say, I'm very busy with whatever is going on in my college because it's the last semester, so I'm supposed to publish a research and everything. So because of that, I do stay very busy with that. So nothing exciting about my life right now. So yeah. Anything else you would like to
yeah,
know?
incredible. Yeah, ma'am. That's it, ma'am. And that's all. Great.
Right.
Amazing, ma'am. Great.
All right. Okay. What about you? What is your educational background? As in, what subject did you study back in college
Yeah,
or back in
okay,
school?
okay. Yes. Well, actually, I completed my graduation in geography,
Uh huh.
and I'm a student, an honor student, but in geography.
Honestly, okay. You did your geography honors. All right. Geography.
Yeah,
That's I would say, interesting, but also very intricate field. How did you
yeah.
develop interest in that?
Actually, everyone just asked me the same question, ma'am. Even I met some other tutor also, and they said me the same question. So okay, all right. So
Right.
yeah. So that time I was in sincere with geography, and I got good mark in geography. So that gravitated me to take this subject as a career. So later
Oh,
on, I did not feel happy with geography, and then I didn't start further.
okay.
Like I did not pursue further. And these days, just I'm just preparing myself for government exam. That's
Ah, so is geography helping you? Because for government exams, I mean, you're supposed to be good at humanities as a whole field, right? So it must be helping you, is it?
yeah, Yeah, so okay, all right. So well,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, ma'am, I passed out. In COVID-19 season, so that's why I did not get that much opportunity to
Uh-huh.
study this subject properly. And apart from that, that time is all the exams were just conducted in online mode, right? So that's the
Right.
reason we were not devoted to our studies. We just wasted our time and all, and that's the reason. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
interest in
Fair
had
enough.
gone.
Right. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So apart from that, I mean, since you're preparing for government exams, what is something that you have learned through the preparation of it? I mean,
What
uh,
did I learn?
yeah. So for example, when people usually start for government exams, we have this idea that once we clear it, it's all going to be easy and everything is going to be, fixed in my life. But when you start preparing, you see the difficulties with the whole process and you start talking to people who are actually
Yeah,
doing those jobs, right? So, how has that journey been for you?
yeah. So okay, listen. Actually, I don't feel like studying these days. That even I can't see any future, and even I'm just in dilemma that what will I do and
Mm-hmm.
what will happen, and that the doubt which is just bothering me round the clock, and that's the reason I feel sometimes demotivation,
Right.
and moreover sometimes I feel difficulties as well because all topic is not familiar to me. So I feel sometimes very difficult to learn this language, and that's the reason.
Hmm.
Apart from that, everything is fine.
All right.
When I feel very difficulties in mathematics, man, because
Ah,
reasoning is okay, okay. Even
right.
it even static GK and GK is my cup of tea. I can learn this, but in case of
Right.
mathematics, I feel very difficulties and how to tackle this. It's my in my mind these days.
Uh-huh. Okay. Makes sense. I think mathematics in general is quite tiring for most people. A lot of people tend to not like
Yeah,
it.
correct.
So
Yeah, hundred
that's
percent.
another so that's another thing. However, I mean, maths is all about practice if you can make time to do that. Because
Yeah,
competitive, like
correct.
the maths that comes in competitive exams, is very different from the algebra and everything that we study in school.
Yeah,
So it's not the same thing. But regardless, it is tough because quantitative part is something that takes a lot of time to get good at. It requires too much practice,
yeah,
especially, I mean, as you are coming from a humanities background, I come from a humanities background. So we are not very good with that mathematical portion because we haven't done
yeah.
it in a while. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I left this subject at the 10th standard, ma'am. After completing my
uh,
intermediate, I didn't study this subject. But
hmm,
in geography, there is some maths, okay? But this math is different from our
different.
mathematics books. Yeah,
Understandable. That's the same thing with my field as well. I mean, we still have maths, but we have the statistical portion of it, not the quantitative and the algebra or geometry or anything. We don't have to
yeah,
study that. So if suddenly somebody comes up and asks me a question related to that, even I can't answer. So that's a
yeah,
real trouble.
yeah.
But you must be taking coaching spirit, or are you like preparing entirely by yourself?
Okay, well, so actually, these days I'm just learning from YouTube channel. Okay,
Huh.
and practicing myself. And there is lots of video available in YouTube, and I'm just
Mhm.
learning from them and
Right.
this way.
Hmm. I mean, YouTube is a great source, I would say. YouTube has everything nowadays.
Yeah,
So extremely,
yeah,
extremely helpful. But
yeah,
coaching
hundred
is just
percent.
usually helpful in terms of, writing tests and everything that can prepare you well.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So are you currently employed also and doing this, or you're just preparing with your full vigor and full interest in just for the exams?
Okay, so well, actually, these days I'm just doing two things, especially
Uh,
like this one. learning English is a skill also. Even I am in love with English these days, like you, ma'am. And
Okay.
even second thing I am doing, like I'm just learning for pursuing for getting a job. Like I told you that I'm just preparing myself,
Mm-hmm.
and also this that's it, ma'am.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Before I proceed ahead, do you have any doubts, queries, questions, anything you want to clarify with me, anything you want to ask regarding English or grammar, anything like that?
Yeah, so grammar is
Mm-hmm.
quite good. I sometimes I make mistake,
Okay.
but all over is okay.
Okay. Overall, it's
But
okay.
yeah, overall is okay.
Hmm.
Overall is okay. Yeah,
All
sometimes
right.
makes mistake and I can't get a proper word,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's maybe because of lack of vocabulary. That's the reason for that.
Hmm.
And that rest of the things is working.
Makes sense.
Yes.
I think, yeah, vocabulary is something that is going to take a lot of time for you to develop. It comes with, depending upon how much you are watching things in English, how much you're listening to English all the time, and how much you're able to speak. So, all those things matter a lot when it comes to vocab
Yeah.
portion. So, are you doing anything specific for getting better at English besides English, Harry?
Okay. Well, so these days I'm just practicing myself as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
every day I have a routine
Right.
and stuff. Like, I every day at around even during evening, I do one thing like every day I study. I read in a paragraph. Thereafter, I just
Right.
say like till this my own way,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and even yeah, these things is going on. Even before that, I do one thing like any. I have app like Times of India,
Uh-huh.
and I read if any news, and
Okay.
that when these things I do one thing like I try to sum up
Uh-huh.
like whatever is on this news my
Right.
own way,
Okay.
in Hindi and in English, because I'm just working on two languages. So
Uh-huh.
Bengali Hindi is not good, and Bengali does not know how to speak proper Hindi. So I'm just working on that as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just
All right.
learning. Even these things I'm doing with English as well. After
Okay.
reading any paragraph, what is the things in this paragraph? I'm just speaking my own way, and that's going on.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
And
All right.
as for
Mm-hmm.
listening part, I do one thing like some motivational speaker is also there. Even some books, short uh, story book is there. Like some movies you can say rather. So these movies I watch for listening.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, what type of movies do you enjoy watching?
So movie means, ma'am, actually these days I watch any kinds of movies. If I find that this movie is interesting, then I just start watching this movie.
Hmm.
And
Okay. All right.
there is not a
Right. So, you
particular
must have some
movie that,
interest, no?
yeah, some
So, you're not
interest. If I
interested in any
say
part.
yes,
I'm asking,
actually
you must have. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have some interest in like I watch basically fighting movie,
Fighting movies. Okay.
and even some historical, not historical, what to say, like Titanic is a what kind of movie is this? Titanic, even
Uh huh.
some Python style video movies, some
All right.
ghost video, yeah, ghosty movie maybe.
Hmm. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
So, okay. So you enjoy watching horror movies, basically. That's what you're saying?
yeah, horror, yeah, horror movie. Yeah, yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, what has been your favorite horror movie up till now?
Yeah, horror movie in Bollywood too. Well, actually, I forgot the name.
Uh-huh.
I think 1992, yeah, something like this, like stuff. Yeah, that was the movie, 1992 maybe. Yeah, that was start with a what to say like year. Hello.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Correct.
Right. Can you see me because my camera suddenly got
Yeah.
off
Okay.
now?
Okay.
Continue.
Now
Yeah.
okay, ma'am.
Right. Right. Continue.
Yes,
You were
sir.
saying
That's the
something.
movie. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay, I can't recall now at that point of time.
That's fine. Hmm. All right. Okay. If you like horror movies, there are plenty of those on Netflix as well as on YouTube itself. So try to watch those because I mean it's a good practice. Watching movies is always
Yeah.
a great practice, right? So that's
Yeah,
there.
ma'am.
See if it's actually working for you. Don't do it like you know. If it's not helping you, in case you feel that you're watching 2 hours of something and it's not giving you any outcome, right? Then don't watch it. Don't watch it compulsorily because for different people, different types of things help them, right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea behind it. All right. Okay. All right. By the way, today's topic was also interesting. We kept on talking about it. Today's topic was
Yes.
about the Indian culture and tradition, right? Since we have some more time, so we'll discuss on that. So, talking about Indian culture
Yeah.
and tradition, first of all, what culture do you come from? What are the few things in your culture that you take pride in?
Yeah. Culture means I have. Culture means, ma'am. My culture is what is my culture? But my culture means religion or something else.
Not just your religion, but beyond that. So, for example, you come from the Bengali culture. So, it's not about your religion particularly, but a lot more than that, right? So, what are the traditions? What are the practices you follow? What kind of festivals do you guys have?
Okay.
What type of food you have? All of that is your culture.
Yeah. So okay. All right. Well, sir, if I talk about my culture, so
Mm-hmm.
these days in West Bengal particularly, there is famous food like rice, fish. This is the famous. That's why
Uh-huh.
there is a proverb like Bangali mache bhate,
Right.
and yeah, even some Swiss is there also,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the foods, and even something like tea is also famous in West Bengal, like Darjeeling tea.
Darjeeling tea, yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
and
what are some things that you
uh,
are proud of? I'm asking that.
okay, yeah, fry. If
There
I
must be something that is like, different in your culture in comparison to others, right? So that's what I'm referring to.
yes, okay. So if I talk about my priority, so I priority the culture like the uh, like foods. I told you that in March Bhat, and
Right.
second things like sweets.
Do
Sweets
you
is
know how to make fish?
quite.
Like, are you a person who knows how to cook fish?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue. You
So
were saying another thing.
yes, and if I talk about my culture, so Durga Puja is very famous in West Bengal. So I
Mm-hmm.
prioritize these things as well. Even the way
Right.
we just celebrate for 4 days, that is more interesting. And some other things like
Mm-hmm.
in my state,
Right.
like some other festivals also there, like Navanna, which is celebrated
Right.
after before Kali Puja, maybe. No, no, no. After Kali Puja.
Okay. After the Kali Puja. That's the Durga Puja, the main puja that happens, right? For the 9 day festival.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. All right.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
it, man.
Interesting. Durga Puja is very, very popular in West Bengal. I mean, the way it's celebrated over there, it is like
Yeah,
not comparable to any other place. The way it is, such a big deal over there, the way everyone is, busy in buying new things at that time. Um, it's
yeah,
not
correct.
possible to do it like that anywhere else. So
Yeah.
that's
So,
another
have
thing.
you ever been to West Bengal, ma'am? Have you ever been
I've
to
been to
West Bengal?
Kolkata. Yeah, I've been to Kolkata.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's quite an interesting place. I love the food. I love the people. The food is quite cheap in comparison to other places that
Yeah,
I've been
correct.
to, where food can be very, very expensive sometimes. So expensive, like
Yeah,
for example, Bombay, the food is too expensive. Sometimes you don't feel like buying it. When it comes to restaurants, not the roadside. Obviously, the street food is cheap everywhere, but I'm talking in terms of cafes and everything. In Kolkata, even like the big cafes, the big restaurants, even they are not so expensive. They are very easily affordable. So I love that the food is in range and in reach of everyone. Like